Hello and welcome to another episode of The Science of Happiness, Unveiling the Secrets to a Fulfilling Life. I'm your host, Harry, and as always, we're here to probe the fascinating human mind and secrets to living a balanced and fulfilling life. This podcast is written and produced by Christopher Saleh, a leading mind in behavioral, cognitive, and transpersonal psychology. Welcome to The Science of Happiness, Unveiling the Secrets to a Fulfilling Life, where we look back and explore the life of Ralph Waldo Emerson, a pioneer in what is now known as modern psychology. Episode named Who is Waldo? As he was referred to as Waldo. Get ready to uncover the keys to a happier and more fulfilling life. In today's episode, we'll cover introducing Emerson, discussing his philosophy of self-reliance and its relevance to modern psychology and self-esteem. Grace, why don't you introduce us to Waldo?
Thanks, Harry. Okay, picture this. You're sitting by a cozy fireplace, engrossed in a book that challenges your perspective on life. Suddenly, the words on the page ignite a spark within you, urging you to question societal norms and explore your own truth. This is the power of Ralph Waldo Emerson, a figure who not only shaped literature and philosophy, but left an indelible mark on modern psychology. To give you a bit of a background information on Ralph Waldo Emerson, commonly referred to as just Waldo. So, before we delve into Emerson's profound contributions, let's take a brief journey into his life. Born in 1803 in Boston, Massachusetts, Emerson was exposed to a rich environment of intellectual thought from an early age. He would later become a leading figure in the Transcendentalist movement, which sought to transcend the limits of traditional beliefs and embrace the depths of individual experience. Emerson's literary genius came to life through essays, lectures, and poetry that challenged conventional thinking. His works, such as Self-Reliance, became a cornerstone for his philosophy, provoking readers to question authority and embrace their own unique voice. This essay, in particular, sheds light on the importance of self-reliance in surpassing societal expectations and finding one's own path in life. Emerson's philosophy of self-reliance. So, what exactly does self-reliance mean to Emerson? At its core, it emphasizes the power of individuals to shape their own destiny and navigate through life by relying on their inner resources. Emerson believed that true fulfillment comes from embracing our own unique perspectives, rather than conforming to societal pressures. In his essay, Self-Reliance, Emerson advocates for trusting our own judgment and intuition. He encourages us to question the status quo and forge our own path, rather than blindly following the opinions of others. This philosophy promotes personal growth, independence, and individuality. Emerson reminds us that we are not prisoners of circumstance. Regardless of our background or the challenges we face, we possess the innate ability to shape our lives and pursue what truly matters to us. By trusting ourselves and embracing our individuality, we can unlock our full potential and live lives that are authentic to us. As for his connection to modern psychology, now that we have a deeper understanding of Emerson's philosophy of self-reliance, let's explore its relevance in the field of modern psychology. You see, this philosophy aligns seamlessly with contemporary theories and practices that promote mental health and well-being. Self-reliance plays a crucial role in our psychological well-being. It empowers individuals to take ownership of their lives and make choices that align with their values and desires. When we rely on ourselves, we tap into our inner strength and build resilience, enabling us to navigate the ups and downs of life with greater ease. One concept that intertwines with Emerson's philosophy is self-esteem. Self-esteem refers to our overall evaluation of ourselves and our worthiness. By embracing self-reliance, we enhance our self-esteem as we recognize our own unique qualities and accomplishments. Rather than seeking validation from others, we cultivate a sense of self-worth that is intrinsic and enduring. Furthermore, the very act of embracing self-reliance can be liberating. It frees us from the need for external validation and allows us to find fulfillment internally. This shift in mindset enables us to live a life that is true to ourselves, unburdened by the expectations and judgments of others. But self-reliance is not about isolation or disregarding the importance of social connections. In fact, it encourages us to build meaningful relationships based on mutual respect and authenticity. By embracing our own individuality, we foster an environment where others are inspired to do the same, creating a supportive community where everyone's unique qualities are celebrated. In the next segue, we are going to briefly tell you a story that is used in demonstrating Waldo's philosophy. So don't go anywhere. It should be an interesting segue. I can't wait. Harry, take it away.
Nicely done, Grace. Thank you, my friend. Before telling you the summarized version of the story, let me set it up for you a bit. The story of Sarah highlights the significant impact that Ralph Waldo Emerson's philosophy of self-reliance can have on an individual's mental health and well-being. When Sarah was struggling with her mental health, she found solace in Emerson's essay, which emphasizes the importance of trusting one's inner voice and forging one's own path in life. By encouraging individuals to rely on their inner resources rather than external sources of validation or guidance, Emerson's philosophy empowers them to take control of their lives, build their self-esteem and confidence, and cultivate a sense of personal growth and fulfillment. Sarah's story can serve as a powerful example of how Emerson's philosophy of self-reliance can positively impact people from all walks of life, helping them overcome challenges, build resilience, and lead fulfilling lives. It is a testament to the power of literature and philosophy to inspire and provide hope to those who are struggling with mental health issues. Now we get to the short version of the story of Sarah. Here we go. Sarah was a young woman who was struggling with her mental health. She was feeling anxious and depressed, and she was having trouble making decisions and taking control of her life. She felt like she was constantly letting people down, and she was starting to lose hope. One day, Sarah was reading an essay by Ralph Waldo Emerson called Self-Reliance. In the essay, Emerson writes about the importance of individuals finding their own path in life and relying on their own inner resources. He argues that we should not be afraid to think for ourselves and to challenge the status quo. Sarah was inspired by Emerson's words, and she began to think about her own life in a new way. She realized that she needed to start taking responsibility for her own happiness and well-being. She started to make small changes in her life, such as setting boundaries with people who were draining her energy and taking more time for herself. Over time, Sarah's mental health began to improve. She started to feel more confident and in control of her life. She was no longer afraid to speak her own mind, and she was able to make decisions that were best for her. Sarah's story is a reminder that self-reliance is an important part of mental health. When we rely on our own inner resources, we are better able to cope with challenges and to live a fulfilling life. Grace.
This episode was sponsored by Socrates LLC, the leading provider of full technology and digital solutions for businesses seeking to establish a strong online presence and streamline their processes. Are you a business owner looking to elevate your online presence and optimize your operations? Look no further than Socrates. With their comprehensive suite of products and services, Socrates empowers businesses to achieve unparalleled success in the digital realm. Whether you're in need of web development, search engine optimization, e-commerce solutions, or cloud-based software, Socrates has you covered. They are even about to launch a series of comprehensive training programs and certifications that prepares and even places those who participate into the jobs of the future, and it is not in the tech sector. They will have programs in business, marketing, and advertising, as well as healthcare technicians. For more information, you can check it out at www.socrates.com. Now back to Who is Waldo? So, to come full circle, let me tell you about how groundbreaking the essay Waldo wrote called Self-Reliance was. Self-Reliance is an essay written by the renowned American transcendentalist philosopher and writer Ralph Waldo Emerson. It was first published in 1841 and later included in his essay collection titled Essays, First Series. In this seminal work, Emerson explores the concept of self-reliance and its significance in leading a meaningful and authentic life. The essay begins with Emerson's assertion that society often hinders individual growth, dampening the spirit of independence by promoting conformity and adherence to societal norms. He argues that true genius and originality lie in the ability to trust one's own instincts and ideas, rather than relying on the opinions or expectations of others. Emerson emphasizes the importance of self-trust and encourages readers to cultivate their own beliefs and convictions, even if they may differ from conventional wisdom. He advocates for the courageous pursuit of one's own path, even in the face of criticism or disapproval. According to Emerson, following one's own unique vision is key to unlocking personal greatness and finding fulfillment. Throughout the essay, Emerson encourages individuals to embrace their individuality, reject conformity, and live an authentic life in harmony with their own values and beliefs. He advises against relying on external authorities for guidance, instead urging readers to look inward for wisdom and moral guidance. Emerson promotes the idea that each individual possesses an inherent spark of divinity that should be embraced and nurtured. Self-reliance is considered a cornerstone of American transcendentalism, a philosophical and literary movement that emphasized the importance of individuality, nature, and spiritual intuition. Emerson's essay continues to resonate with readers today, inspiring them to trust themselves, think independently, and forge their own paths in life. It is certainly true with our producer, Christopher, as his philosophy of modern psychology is largely built on Waldo's assertions and findings. They go beyond just self-reliance. But that is just a good introduction to the mind of Waldo and his ideology and philosophy. If this has piqued your interest, rest assured that we will continue our episodes regarding the modern psychology and state of mental health care in the modern world.
In this episode of The Science of Happiness, Unveiling the Secrets to a Fulfilling Life, titled Who is Waldo? We dove into the relationship between self-reliance and success, uncovering valuable insights in Ralph Waldo Emerson's. We will continue to probe and talk about modern psychology and how awareness of these ideologies and philosophies helps all of us better understand how to achieve what we're after, which is inner peace and happiness, along with the realization of a fulfilled life. Thanks for listening to today's episode. I'll see you guys at the next one. And don't forget to subscribe. This podcast was written and produced by Christopher Saleh. Thanks for listening to today's episode, where we introduced Emerson and delved into his philosophy of self-reliance, exploring its relevance to modern psychology and self-esteem. See you guys at the next one. We started to occasionally put a little hidden gem at the end of the podcasts. Christopher Saleh, our writer and producer, has opened his handwritten poetry for us and feeds it to the AI machine to see how AI makes it a more immersive representation of his words with imagery and voice. So that is what we are going to do this time. This time it is a new piece, and Christopher actually collaborated with AI and wrote this specifically for and relevant to this episode. And it is read by our colleague Michael. So it should be a treat. Until next week, stay safe, stay cool, and enjoy life the way it was intended. And oh, don't forget to click the subscribe button. For now, until the next episode, I bid you farewell.
The Awakening of Sarah. In the heart of Persia, a tale unfolds, of Sarah, a maiden, in despair she holds. In the shadows of her mind, she'd often weep, lost in the maze, her soul in sorrows keep, her heart heavy, each decision a strife, a puppet to others, such was her life. Till one day the words of Emerson she read, a beacon of light, to a new path she was led. Trust in thyself, the ancient scrolls say, challenge the norm, light your own way. Sarah's heart stirred, awakened from slumber, realizing life's worth is not a mere number. Setting her boundaries, reclaiming her power, she blossomed and bloomed, like a desert's first flower. From the depths of despair to the peaks of her soul, self-reliance her guide, she was now whole. In the dance of life, Sarah's steps grew firm, facing life's storms, she'd no longer squirm. Her tale, a beacon, for souls lost in the night, that in one's own heart lies the truest light. So when life's burdens seem too heavy to bear, remember young Sarah and the power of self-care. For within each of us a strength does reside, to overcome and thrive, with self-reliance as our guide. Christopher Saleh.